I'm going to tell you a story I don't usually tell. It's about the 3 months I posted every single day, stories, reels, carousels, lives, all of it, and made almost nothing. I'm not telling you this because I want your sympathy. I'm telling you because if you're in that cycle right now, working your face off and wondering why the money isn't matching the effort, I need you to understand that you're not broken, and I need you to hear what actually fixed it, because it was not what I expected. There was a season in my business where I was doing everything right. I was posting every day, not lazy posts. I'm talking about real content, thoughtful captions, reels with good hooks, stories where I showed my face. I showed up consistently because that's what everyone said that I should do. Just be consistent. The algorithm will reward you. Show up and the clients will come. So I did every single day for 3 months. And you know what happened? Almost nothing. Nothing happened. I checked my DMs, they'd be empty. I checked my inbox, crickets. I'd post something I was genuinely proud of that took me a lot of time to create, and it would get likes, comments even, shares, but no clients, no sales, and no money. And I remember sitting on my couch one night after the kids were asleep, scrolling through my own content thinking, what am I doing wrong? This is supposed to work. Everyone says this is supposed to work. Why isn't it working for me? And here's the part nobody talks about. It wasn't just the money. It was what the lack of money did to how I saw myself. Because I started doubting everything, my offer, my pricing, my ability. I'd see other women in my same space making sales and think, what does she know that I don't know? What's wrong with me? Maybe I'm just not cut out for this. I'd lie in bed at night actually running that same loop in my head. Work harder, post more, try a different strategy, change the colors on your graphic, rewrite the caption, maybe go live again, as if the problem was the effort and if I just wasn't doing enough. But I was doing plenty. I was doing more than enough. What I wasn't doing was the one thing that actually generates income, and that is I wasn't selling. Not really, not on purpose, not on a system. So here's what I realized, and this is the moment where everything about this really changed for me. I was creating content 5 days a week, beautiful content, valuable content, but I was never making the ask. I was never saying, here's what I sell and here's who it's for and here's how to get started. I was giving, and hoping someone would somehow figure out how to buy from me. Content without a sales rhythm is just free entertainment. That's what I was running. I was running a free show 5 days a week for 3 months. And it's the reason I wasn't making the ask. It wasn't because I didn't know how to. It was because of the identity behavior loop I talked about in my first video. My identity at that time said, I'm a woman who creates value. I'm a woman who helps people. I'm a woman who shows up. And all of that was true. But my identity did not include I'm a woman who sells. So I never sold. I created content instead because creating content felt safe. Creating content felt aligned. Creating content felt like what I was supposed to be doing. And selling, that felt like that was for someone else. That was for the bold women, the pushy women, the ones who were somehow wired differently. The loop that was running through my business, my identity drove my behavior. I posted instead of sold. And my behavior drove my results, engagement without income. And my results reinforced my identity. See, I'm not a salesperson. So for 3 months, same loop, same result. The turning point wasn't a strategy hack, and it wasn't a new funnel, and it wasn't some viral post. It was really just a decision. I decided I was a woman who sells. I'm not a woman who hopes, not one who posts and prays, a woman who sells with confidence, on purpose, every single week. And then I built a system that matched that identity. I stopped posting randomly and started following a weekly rhythm where every day had a purpose. Monday was for committing sales goals for the week and writing it down. Tuesday was for giving value that actually led somewhere. Wednesday was for deepening conversations, the follow-ups I'd been avoiding. Thursday was for sharing proof, showing what's possible. And then Friday was for making the ask directly, without apology. 5 days, 5 purposes, each one mapped out to how buyers can actually make decisions. And within weeks, not months, weeks, the income stabilized. Not because I became a better content creator, because my content was already good. It stabilized because I became a woman who sold, and the content finally had a system to plug into, and the effort, it had a decision. The identity behavior loop reversed. So my new identity was I sell every week, and the new behavior was following that rhythm, and I was getting new results, which was consistent income. And those results reinforced my new identity, which said I wasn't performing anymore. This is just what I do. So here's what I want you to take from this. If you're in a season right now where you're working hard and the money is not matching the effort, the problem is almost certainly not your content. It's not your offer, and it's definitely not your audience size. It's not you at all. The problem is that you're creating without selling. You're showing up without a rhythm. You're giving value 5 days a week and never making the ask. And the reason you're not making the ask is because somewhere inside you, your identity is still running the show. The one that says selling is for other women. But it's not. Selling's for you, okay? And you can start that this week. You don't need to post more. You don't need to change your offer. You don't need to wait until you feel ready. You need a rhythm that makes selling as automatic as the content you're already creating. And you need to decide right now that you're a woman who sells. I'm hosting a free masterclass called the Sales Reset, where I teach the complete system, the 5C framework, the identity behavior loop, and the weekly rhythm that turned my inconsistent income into something I could predict. And it's the best 60 minutes you'll spend this month. Register and show up, because if this video hit home for you, the masterclass is where the real shift happens. And if you're not ready for the masterclass yet, at least download the free weekly sales rhythm planner. It maps out your Monday through Friday, so you never have to wonder, what should I do today? Again, that link is in the description too. In the next video, I'm sharing 5 things I wish someone told me before I started selling online. And if you're early in your journey or you feel like you need a reset, that one's for you. I'll see you there.